Hey guys, Danielle Rapolo here from your Spa Performance Department at Planet Beach. Today I'll discuss with you converting your paid in full customers into committed EFT members. Now, who are your paid in full customers and who are your EFT members? Well, your paid in full customers is anybody that has an expiration date that's in your database. Who falls into this category? That would be anybody who purchases a 1 session, 10 sessions, 5 sessions, 20, so on and so forth, or a 1 month paid in full, 3, 6, 12, 24 month. Anybody who expires is a PIF customer or paid in full. EFT members, on the other hand, these are your more loyal customers. These are the ones who stick around. These are the ones you collect from each month in your draft because they choose to do the electronic funds transfer because they like the convenience. They like being able to come and go as they please, and typically they like to use their services as often as they'd like. But that's not in all cases. Now, what's the importance? Why do we really want to make as many paid in full customers become EFT members? The importance of this is huge. There's many reasons, but the number one reason is being the fact that you really need to make sure that your net EFT is as high as you possibly can make it, because remembering the goal of, well, I want my draft to cover the bulk of my expenses or all of my expenses. That's key when operating a Planet Beach. Now, your approach to an existing paid in full customer may vary here. I can tell you this, there is no such thing as the same paid in full customer. Everybody has different reasons. Everybody is a paid in full customer for their own reasons. Some don't like commitment. Some, they just don't want anybody touching their bank accounts, so they don't like to put things on file where anything automatically withdraws. Sometimes people just, genuinely don't feel like dealing with having an account or another recurring bill each month. Whatever the reason may be, your paid in full customers are all unique and have different situations. So this ties into your approach of trying to make them an EFT member, because how are you going to implement that conversation? How would you approach them? What's the reason? And how can you hit their hot buttons in trying to make them see the value in being a member versus a customer? So what I'll do here is I'm going to list a few different generic things that you always want to incorporate in your conversations with your paid in full customers, that no matter what their specific situation is always good talking points. Again, not all paid in full customers are the same. So in one case, you may need to describe a feature and a benefit of one particular thing and put more emphasis on that than something else. So a few different things to cover whenever you talk about a paid in full customer versus an EFT member and why you want that paid in full customer to be an EFT member is think about the price. When you're an EFT member, you're guaranteed this membership at this price, and that will not go up on you. If anything, it may go down. It's risk-free, it's worry-free, using good power words. This is always something good to use. And also point out, with paid in full sessions, those expire. Those will expire within a year. So whatever are unused, you lose. Also, a 1, 3, 6, 12, 24 month, any time that you miss is on your watch. Can't get that time back. So a paid in full customer walks into your spa, purchases a 1 month paid in full UV package, only makes it 3 months of the year, wasted an entire week of that. Do the math for them if you need to. Show them what that 1 week that they paid in up front for, show them how much they lost by buying that outright. They can't get that back. Also, discuss that members receive guest privileges. Members can bring in a friend, members can bring in a family member, co-workers, anybody, any recommendation, anybody who's with them. They can bring in with them if they're at work, bring a coworker. If they're at the gym and they rode with you over to the gym, you don't need to drop them off, then come all the way back to the spa. Bring them in with you. We'll give them complimentary services. That's one of the perks of you becoming a member. Discuss the MAP parties. Discuss what is a MAP party. Member appreciation parties are huge each month. Talk about them being able to come to it. Talk about them being able to take advantage of the different discounts, the different specials, the different entertainment that you might book at yours, whatever your specific situations are, but discuss the MAP parties and the benefits of being a member and taking advantage of the MAP. Talk about the ambassador program. Ambassador program could be the key on what turns this entire conversation with your paid in full customer. If you incorporate the ambassador program throughout the entire conversation and get them excited about the fact that they could possibly use services as often as they want for free, then you could just close that membership deal sooner than you would think in that conversation. Discuss the different loyalty, rewards, and discounts that you might have in place at your spa. Talk to them and let them know that it is freezable. I know that another stipulation on a person who would rather be a paid in full customer versus an EFT member, you get a lot of, well, I just don't come that often. I don't come often enough for me to be paying something and making a promise to pay something for X amount of months. Discuss the freeze option with them and go into the stipulations of it is a 3-month restriction. You do need to let us know 7 days in advance, but discuss the freezable option for them so that they don't feel as if they absolutely have to pay for this each and every month. Now, that's not something that's feasible for them. If that doesn't really tug at their heartstrings, then talk about the one-time transfer option. Well, as a member, another benefit that we have, if freezing doesn't work for you, you can always give this away to a friend, to a family member, or a coworker, or anybody. What's great about this is, again, let's go back to this price point. You're paying almost double every single month for the same thing. What I can give you is half of what you're paying, and I can guarantee that you will not pay any more than this amount that I'm telling you. And the best thing is, let's say something happens, you're in the military, you have to move away. No big deal. You can gift this price to anybody of your choice. I like to call it the pay it forward effect whenever I approach a PIF customer about this. It's always great to see their face light up whenever you tell them, yeah, we'll actually grant this same price point to somebody else. Even if this membership now that you're getting that I'm promising is this amount today, even if it goes up by the time that you leave, I will keep them at this price point that I'm giving to you today. You can hand that off to whomever you want. That's a member benefit. Also discuss with them that they get a personal spa consultant, kind of like a personal trainer. If it's me and I'm the consultant and I discuss that they get a personal spa consultant, well, obviously I would be their personal spa consultant. And what that would give them is periodic skincare consultations from me. We all know that our goals change throughout time, throughout our duration at the gym or, in a spa or when we do anything with ourselves. I know as the demographic here, 10 years ago, I wouldn't have cared about anti-aging. I wouldn't have cared about anything except having the darkest tan in the room. Now, not so much. Now, at my age, I do like to have color, but my choice of getting my color is sunless. And I know 10 years from now, I'm going to be way more obsessed with all of the skincare, skin rejuvenating services that are in our locations. So, one of the benefits of getting that personal spa consultant, that personal trainer type of person, is every now and then I'll pop in and do just a random skincare consultation just to see where you're at, see if your goals are still the same, and if so, where you're at with that and how I can help you as far as seeing you reach these goals sooner. Another little way to be able to incentivize them is if they're using your services now as a customer, as a paid in full customer, well, then they're using some kind of product. If you're running low on such and such product as well, that's another reason you may want to become a member, because I know you're going to need a lot of product and it's 20% off at the point of sale. So we can get you set up, and the more you get set up with, the more that you save. So I heard you say just last week that you were running low on your bronzer, so why don't we go ahead, get you set up with the works, the whole 9 yards, and we can get everything with a 20% off at the tail end, and we can get you saving money. So I'm going to go ahead and tie this back into knowing your customer, knowing your audience. Some of you might remember the terminology like hot buttons. I'm taking it back really old school with that one, but it's true. You want to make sure that you're hitting and you're tugging on the emotions of the buyer. their hot buttons, what's their age, what's their budgets. That's all going to make the difference, because the way that I approach a 22-year-old college girl is not going to be the same approach to a conversation that I'm going to have with someone between 50 and 55 years old. I know that the 22-year-old college student that works 2 jobs is probably going to be more concerned about saving money, where the 50 to 55-year-old, the more mature audience, they're going to appreciate the skincare consultation aspect, the customer experience aspect. They'll pay because they'll pay for the value in anything. So when they see that they get all of these perks and they're treated like elite, like VIP, I know that that's going to tug some type of an emotion that will trigger them to making a commitment with me versus, hey, look, you're paying double right now. I know that at this time in life with school and books and paying tuition, and just trying to pay your basic bills, having 2 jobs, you're throwing money away right now. And, okay, so fine. You don't want anything coming out of your account? No big deal. Just come in no later than the last or second to last day of the month. You can pay cash. The only reason I need a card is to reserve and to be sure that I reserve this membership for you. We don't ever have to touch this card if you don't want. It's only a backup if you forget or if you're out of town and you're like, yeah, go ahead and run it. But you can easily keep doing it the way you were doing it before, coming in, paying cash, but you're saving this way. I'm going to talk like that, the 22-year-old. I won't so much take that turn. I won't go down that road whenever I'm talking to somebody who would appreciate more of the customer experience and want the VIP treatment. So now that I've discussed different topics and going through the features and benefits and going through the generic bullets that you want to cover when approaching the conversation with a paid in full customer, trying to make them an EFT member, trying to get a commitment from them, these are just a list of different things that are generic. Obviously, you will list different benefits and you will curve the conversation pieces to the person, the demographic that you're speaking to. I did include a brief video of a role play as playing a spa consultant and showing you how I approached the conversation with my paid in full customer and tried to take her situation and customize it into having her seeing the positivity, having her seeing the benefits of just becoming an EFT member. I actually show you this immediately following this presentation so that way you get to actually see in a role play how it's done in that particular scenario. Again, I'll say one more time, it's never going to be the same situation. You will have to sometimes customize based on what opportunities are in front of you. But please remember that no matter which way that you handle and which type of demographic that you deal with, you are a consultant. And as you're about to see here in my role play, you're a negotiator. You're not an order taker, you're not a vending machine, and you're not a hard seller. Don't let anybody walk out of the door yet have the tone and have the mannerisms that, hey, look, I want to help you out. I want to see you get the most bang for your buck. And I see how much you're throwing your money away each month. What can I do to help you out? That is who you are as a consultant, and you're not a vending machine. So, I hope that you enjoy the following video. Please remember that on Thursday at 10 o'clock a.m. and 2 o'clock p.m. we will have open discussion Q&A. Should you watch this training and still have any questions and want to have some answers or go into any further detail or even ask basic scenario questions, you'll be able to do so on Thursday's call, and that dial-in information is on the newsletter. Thanks so much for taking the time out for training, and I hope you enjoy. Hey, Lindsay.
Hey, Danielle. What's going on?
Not much. I saw you were coming in today. I was excited to see you and see how you were looking because I know you started that new 90-day workout plan. How's that going?
Oh, it's good. It's going good. I'm working out like a crazy person, but that's why I'm coming here after so I can feel good.
I know. You look good. You look so dark.
Thanks.
So I noticed you're doing the platinum lay down today, so I'm glad that you're doing this hydration, though. Have you done this before?
One other time. A long time ago I did it.
Okay. Yeah, that's really going to help. That's going to prep your skin. That's actually going to help you. The more you keep using other services that are going to coincide with using the UV, the darker you'll get and the longer it'll last. So
awesome.
Did you actually register?
I totally forgot.
That's
Sorry.
okay. That's okay. She's actually getting your service ready for you right now. But Lindsay, you know what? While she's getting your service ready, I did want to talk to you about your package. You always get the paid in full package, right? For the 1 month?
Yeah.
It's expiring next week. Were you going to just get another one?
Yeah, probably so.
Yeah. Why didn't you, whenever you first came here back in, 2008, you've been around for a while. I can remember when you first came.
Oh my goodness.
When you first came back here in 2008, did you know about the different options that we have?
Yeah, but I wanted to come out with my credit card.
Yeah, the membership?
Mm-hmm.
No, that's okay. I know a couple of people have their thoughts and their feelings about that. I'm the same way because that just happened to me at the gym. Like, they were still taken out of my credit card, and I was like, I didn't want anything to do with it. So I definitely understand how you feel.
Mm-hmm.
But I wanted to talk to you about, you're paying right now $99 every single month when you come in here.
I know.
And you come in religiously. So, I mean, it's not like you can't, I mean, you're going to be coming in, right? You're going to be using these services. We have the same thing that you're using. We have the membership. It's half of what you're paying right now in full. So if you do the membership, then we can guarantee you with a risk-free guarantee that you could keep that price point at half of what you're paying right now. And
It's every month?
It is every month, but it is freezable. So,
Oh, okay, good.
you know, whenever.
Because you know how sometimes I come in, I don't.
Yeah,
I
you do.
months at a time.
I know. Well, and that's always because you're always going on cool vacations.
I know.
So
I work a lot. Actually, I travel a lot for work.
Do you?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what that's like. Couldn't imagine. So we're going to actually go through some of these benefits, and I don't know when the last time somebody actually brought this idea up to you, if anybody's mentioned it, seeing that you always come in here every single month. But the different benefits that we have is on this sheet right here, and it just shows the different member perks that you can have at already half of what you're coming in and paying for now.
Mm-hmm.
And you can also take advantage of guest privileges. So anytime that you leave the gym, I know that you always go work out with your sister. You could bring her in with you if you wanted her to come in and try some services as well. So you could take advantage of that. Our member appreciation parties, you could take advantage of all of those different discounts. Not to mention, the other day, you said you were running low on your JWoww.
I am.
So if we get you set up with a membership, you're saving money, and I can get you the JWoww for 20% off the cost.
Really?
Yeah. I know you were running low, so I could get you set up with that new member discount. And what I can even go further to do is take the remainder of the week and apply that towards your first month's dues. So you'd be paying even less for your first month of the membership. So I would take that price, which is that price would be $27.99. So I would take the remainder of this week that's at that $27.99 value, and I can apply it to your first month of $49.50. And when I take that from that, I mean, your first month that you would actually pay for the membership is only going to be just $20-something.
All right, let's go ahead and do it.
You want to do that?
Let's do it.
Perfect.
So I can get my lotion too, and you know I really wanted some new lotion.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I'll get you set up with that. And since it's 20% off of the entire sale, we can go ahead and get you set up with your facial lotion, daily moisturizer, and your lip balm. That way you don't have to visit us as often, although I know you come in here because you just can't wait to see me.
Exactly.
See, I know.
You got it. You knew.
But it'll last longer, and it'll look so much healthier.
All right,
So
well, I'm excited.
let's get you set up.
All right.